You've done several visits to Berlin, and it was there when you saw settlements. And did that make sense to you when you saw that?
Yes, again, I mentioned that this was 2005, and Bilain became like the mecca of activism. This small village in the West Bank, that was when what was known as the Nonviolent Popular Resistance came out. And so I heard about this from Israeli friends, and I decided to go there. And I called some of the people there up, some of the activists, and that was my first encounter traveling by myself in a car to the West Bank. And I was terrified. Now, 5 minutes before that, if anybody asked me if I was afraid, I would have said, no, why would I be afraid? But as soon as I entered those windy roads of the West Bank, I was terrified. All these demons just jumped right forward, and it was very hard to control them and not turn around. And then I reached Bilain, and I met with these very fine activists, and we spent the day together. And there was no wall, but Israel was already building a city on the lands of Bilain, a city. They call it a settlement. And I remember walking across into the settlement, into the city, and looking around, and settlers were moving in. And they all had literally just come off the plane. They were speaking English, they were speaking French. You know, the Palestinians, of course, were speaking English, and they also spoke Hebrew very well. These settlers who took over their land didn't speak any of the languages of the land, which is funny or tragic. And then I looked around me and I said, wait a minute, this is a city.